The Green Hell team, Creepyjar, have recently announced a brand new title that they're working on, Starrupture. Now, Starrupture is a first-person, open-world base-building game with advanced combat and a whole host of exploration, where you can play alone or in a group as you manage resources, create a complex industrial system, and fight off hordes of alien monsters as the planet's cataclysms fight against you. This sounds absolutely awesome. Now, what we know so far is not too much. It was only announced at the back end of 2023, but it's developed and published by Creepyjar, the guys who made Green Hell. There is no release date as of yet, but it is early access and will be coming to PC, hopefully this year. Now, if you do like the sound of this and all sorts of other survival games, make sure you subscribe to the channel and stick around for much more survival content, because that's mainly what we do here. If you do like things like Starfield and space games, check out our second channel, The Space Cowboy. The game is single player and co-op, and will see you exploring a giant mysterious planet that has an ever-changing open world that is torn by reoccurring cataclysms. Your job is to build an industrial system that will extract resources, produce goods, and expand your base as you fight off against hordes of alien monsters and defending your base to survive. Now, the world is vast and open, surrounded by secrets and various things that you'll be coming across on your journey. You'll be able to explore, but between each cataclysm, this world will be reborn and torn apart by repeated cataclysms at various times. Now, we don't know yet if these are going to be something that's timed, or whether it's just going to be random events that appear, which will see you having to rush back to your base and get locked in, hunkered down to survive through the cataclysms. Now, your main goal is to actually build a base that can withstand these cataclysms. At the moment, we don't really know what they are. There are some that we've seen so far which looks like a sun exploding or some sort of massive explosion. But it looks really, really cool. And then, as you can see at the end of the trailer, things start to regrow and rebuild themselves in a relatively quick time by the looks of it. But between each cataclysm, we're going to have to explore the vast planet to find resources and develop our industrial complexes. You'll be able to unlock new technologies that will allow your base to survive each different condition on the planet, as well as potentially surviving some of these cataclysms. But the cataclysms are not the only enemy on this game. You will also have to face off hordes of alien invaders that are going to try and take on your base. Now, whether this is going to be a sort of 7 days to die scenario, where every so often you're going to have a giant horde coming at your base that you've got to defend from it, or whether it's just going to be random enemies that are dotted around that sort of notice your base as you're getting bigger, expanding, and then come to attack it. I'm hoping it's a mix of the two. Very, very interested. Now, there have been a few devlogs from the Creepyjar team which do let loose some more information. Now, if you do want to check those out, the link to their YouTube is in the description down below. But overall, the first devlog went over the name of the game, how they come up with it, and Rapture is obviously something that's breaking apart, and it is also going to be the name of the main star in the solar system, the thing that we have seen exploding. So that is pretty damn cool. But the main focus of this game is going to be building your bases and withstanding that star rupture. Now, as you explore, you will come across previous technologies from previous settlers that have enabled the planet to become a little bit more hospitable, more livable, and safer in a way. But activating some of these giant machines will awaken some of the, unfriendly aliens that you come across. So that seems to be a sort of progression system in itself, where we're going to go through, unlock certain generators, technologies and machines, but those themselves will awaken other enemies that will become harder and harder, as well as the planet's cataclysms potentially getting a little bit more dangerous as we progress through. Now, in the team's second devlog, they talk mainly about the actual base building aspects of the game, and it sounds awesome. If you do want to check that full devlog out, once again, the link is down in the description below. But the overview of it is all about the base building and how it comes together and actually aids us in the game. Now, the base building will have three main principles: production, extraction, and defenses. They are focusing very heavily on building freedom. You'll be able to build wherever you wish, wherever you see, and you'll be able to build any way that you want. Now, building in certain ways will obviously change things a little bit depending on how your production is set up, because similar to games like Satisfactory, the automation and production process is going to be a very important part of it. Now, they have done something really, really cool with the foundations of building in this. Now, in most games, you'll have to build power lines and things like that, but in starrupture, the foundations that you build do act as a power sort of transmitter. We're going to need some form of generator that actually goes into those to power them up, or whether it's bringing power from the planet's surface is yet to be seen. We don't know how that's going to work yet, or what many of the key structures in the game will do. But there is one that we do know about, and that is the planetary hab. Now, the planetary hab is something that will help you survive the cataclysms. Whether it's going to be something that will help survive your bases and keep them going, or whether they need to be built in certain materials to survive cataclysms is yet to be seen. But the hab itself will protect you and your most vital resources from any cataclysm that affects the planet's surface. Now, the hab looks pretty damn cool. It looks very futuristic. They have said that their tool that they use, the building tool, was actually inspired by some of the ISS NASA research and their sort of tools that they want to use there. So that is really interesting, and I like the look and sound of that. Hopefully they do draw a little bit more inspiration from some of the NASA things, because some of the NASA concept stuff is really, really cool. Now, as I mentioned, the special habs and the foundation all needing power, and you're also going to need to get resources to those areas, and your spec having things to send drones into with ammunition, similar to like surviving Mars, yet to be seen. But I do like that idea. Very, very interesting, especially some of the videos that we've seen so far and the concept art of the actual foundations, the drones going around. Looks really, really cool, and I'm very excited to see where they go with this. Now, exploration, as they've said, is a massive, massive part of the game, and we'll find out a little bit more about that in Devlog 3, but at the time of recording this video, Devlog 3 is not out yet. So, if you do want to see more of starrupture, let me know in the comments down below, and we'll cover each devlog as they come out. And we will cover those devlogs as and when they come out. The first devlog came out on the 22nd of December, and that was their announcement sort of video and a devlog. And then the second one came out on March the 28th, so just a few days ago at the time of recording this video. Hopefully we don't see them every 3 months. I'd like to see them a little bit sooner, and at least find out some form of release window. At the moment, it just says that the game is coming soon. But are you excited about starrupture? Does it look good to you? Are you interested? If you like games like Greenhow and Satisfactory, then I'm assuming this one should be right up your street. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If there's anything else you'd like to see us check out in the meantime, let me know down below. For now though, I've been Wired, you've been awesome. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.